some secret type of organization or whatever this thing, when it leads to this particular thing. Moving right along, because we got a lot to cover. Y'all all right? Yeah. Okay. Isn't it interesting here about the Arnold Schwarzenegger? At the same time, because the spirit world is also going on. The same time, and this guy from Austria is winning the governorship, the governor. Another Austrian gets the shit beat out of him by that white lion, the fucking Roy, or Siegfried and Roy. You know, Siegfried and Roy. He gets damn near killed to the point where they got to replace bones in his skull. You know, this lion ate his ass up. You know, always fucking around. You know, just like they got them, you know, had the other group out there. At the same time that's happening, they got a group out in west, someplace out west, protesting about the bears, out there sleeping with the damn bears. A white woman and white man, and ate up, woke up being breakfast. Both of them dead. Protesting and sleeping with the damn bears, and won't give a nigga a quarter. It's interesting here. Going right along. But Roy ass got fucked up. I said, yeah, the spirit is on that one. I said, that's the spirit shit. One Austrian man wins, the other one gets ate up. Fucking with tigers and stuff. Yep. Going right along. If you didn't get this, we just, you know, we'll give you some stuff on the, here's something here. This is amazing. You know it's a new day. My brother Yehoshua sent me this in the mail. You know it's a fucked up day. When it's interesting because I got to piggyback off this and stuff. Brother Yehoshua sent me this thing about fucking Jimmy Walker. You know Jimmy Walker, big time Uncle Tom. I didn't know this shit here. Jimmy Walker is one of the biggest Uncle Toms living. It says, adds to the list of Rush Limbaugh defenders. I just love it that he got his shit fucked up. So when one thing go up, another thing goes down. It's about like they killed the mayor, one of the first black mayors of in the country, but of Atlanta, was Maynard Jackson. They killed him one day. The spirit world get mad, and two fucking Uncle Tom racists die 2 days apart, right about a couple of days after he get killed. So that means there's a spirit war going on. So they bumped Maynard Jackson off, and then Strong Thurman racist ass gets killed, and the guy from Lester Maddox, from another Ku Klux Klansman, racist cracker, dies. They die a day apart, a couple of days apart. Anyway, by the end of the week, after they killed Maynard Jackson, they took out 2 damn Klansmen. Which is interesting here about that is, which is interesting about that, Dick Gregory came down to Atlanta and showed that he showed that that the internet report of the Atlanta Journal and Constitution, which is the main newspaper, had Maynard Jackson dead on the internet hours before he actually died. He died on Monday, and they said Maynard Jackson has just died from a heart attack in a Washington, D.C. airport. And they gave all that particular information on Sunday night. He didn't die till Monday morning. You see, he didn't die till Monday morning. So, you know, so every time some shit happens, it's a warfare going on that these racist motherfuckers get their just due too. Because now it's interesting because they got a group down in Atlanta right now that is, they beat some black guys up last summer. And it's some little skinhead group. And now they are down there, and all of them begging not to be, said, hey, I'm not racist, because they got that anti-hate law. And so now, you know, they get an additional 5 years added on to whatever based on hate crimes. So this stuff here, there's a war going on one thing, and these crackers is getting their scunion also. So here we got this boy, so you got Rush Limbaugh, black, white ass, you see what I'm saying, a big old drug addict, you see. Now it's interesting here too, to add to the list of Rush Limbaugh defenders, stand-up comedian Jimmy Walker, the one-time good time sitcom star, famous from his exclamation dynamite, Walker, who writes a right-wing opinion column for a Jewish World Review website, applauds Limbaugh's job-ending ESPN remarks about the Philadelphia Eagles. He said it, you know, whatever he said about something derogatory about the black man on the Philadelphia Eagles, old black ass JJ applauds this. You see what I'm saying? Of course, Rush comments has nothing to do with race and everything to do with the NFL obscure affirmative action policies. Ain't this a motherfucker right here? You know what I'm saying? And you notice how black this motherfucker got? Have you seen him, man? Look like somebody baked his goddamn head in the damn oven. He dismissed Limbaugh's drug addiction and otherwise in a stellar career. So here it is. I call out to California. They're like, man, you crazy. They say this nigga here is notorious out there in Los Angeles and California as being a big Uncle Tom. Now, meanwhile, your boy Ralph Carter, what's his name? When did Ralph Carter? Michael Evans. He's conscious. You know what I'm saying? He's conscious. They've been to Africa several times. He's been a part of this whole Afrocentric movement. You see the whole time and all. He's conscious and all, you know. Wears his African clothes. He was on the TV show with a kufi on. He's conscious. You see what I'm saying? And this goddamn fool right here, big time Uncle Tom. It's just amazing how this shit goes. It's just amazing. Moving right along. So that's now it's interesting here because it's interesting here. So you got to understand ritual. The guy that played John Muhammad in the USA movie is the same guy that played O.J. Simpson in a USA movie 10 years ago, about 8 years ago. Same guy. Now what is it? Well, you know, see the parallel? They would get the same guy that played O.J. Simpson, you see what I'm saying, that played John Muhammad. Then you got to understand how the ritual goes and how they can connect this ritual. You got to understand what's going on. Everything is a ritual. We are winning. I just want to get through this particular stuff, this particular stuff right now, because this is we got to find out where we are at this particular time. Another ghost ship showed up at Carnival. Remember they had these people getting sick on these ships out there, the Carnival ships, all last year. They had another one last week the people got sick on. Remember now, that's spirits in the middle passage. Those are spiritual entities in the middle passage is fucking them up. You see, so this is very key. People all over the country is experiencing mold in their house. I don't know if you all doing this shit. I can't close my damn closets. You know what I'm saying? I took out my winter clothes and had to wash them 3 times just to get the bacteria out of them. But people are experiencing mold. Anybody experiencing mold? Raise your hands. In the homes. People are experiencing mold in the homes and stuff like that now, based on water up under the house or whatever. That's spiritual. You know, they got white folks got to move out of $1 million homes because of these microscopic organisms. You see, that's the spirit realm rising when you start seeing the mold. You see, that's the spirit realm rising on another level. Got to get in that because we're talking about the micro level. So now they are spinning. Give me some. I need some paper napkins and stuff. I looked around and didn't bring that towel. I thought I did. On the micro level, they are spending millions of dollars in what is called nanotechnology. Nanotechnology. And that is because the war that is being fought is on such an invisible level. Until what you're going to have to understand here is, you're going to have to understand that what we're dealing with at this particular time here is not that which is apparent. Anything that is apparent, there's something behind it when we get into this esoteric stuff in a few seconds. In a few seconds. So on the micro level, in the microscopic level, that's where the war is being fought. Just remember disease and a lot of things that's going down. Now that means also, too, that is why everything is antibacterial. You know, antibacterial soap, antibacterial spray. All the stuff is antibacterial, and it had a rise in the 1990s, and it has something to do with the rise of consciousness. What that is the other world appearing into this world and overlapping. So the physical world that used to be strong because the spiritual world had diminished to a certain level, the spirit world now is becoming increasingly strong, and the physical world is eroding. So the first thing to look out is, things spoiling, things, you can't, meats and all types of things, getting salmonella poison and all that type of stuff. A lot of that is the spirit world coming into being. Another thing is microscopic healing. A lot of people are getting cut and burned, and the stuff heals up in 2 or 3 days. Anybody got this shit happening? Anybody got this happening where you cut your finger, or you cut your finger or something like that in 2 or 3 days? Anybody has been witnessing this? And in about 2 or 3 days it's healing. That is because we are witnessing a change in the molecular structure of the planet, and things are happening. You know what I'm saying? I sliced my arm to the fucking white meat 2 months ago. And then on a Sunday, the next Sunday it was completely healed. You see what's completely healed. So these are things that's actually happening on the healing process. But it's happening more in people who are conscious. And it's happening in you particular ones that you're going to have to go above the human level. So we're going to get into all that in a few minutes. But this is very interesting. That you have those ghost ships. Check out the movie Ghost Ship. There's a movie that came out last year. But they got all this stuff happening in the Carnival cruises and all this stuff that is spiritual. Very key when we get to some of the aspects of what's going on. When we go into this particular this esoteric stuff in a few minutes. Now this is a couple of things that's going on. Now this is what you must understand for you people, because they're going to come after you. They're going to come after you like this. It's already happening to conscious people. You're going to get a call, and they're going to tell you that someone that you know has come down with AIDS and have named you as a person that they probably slept with the last 5-6 years. Now, they can't legally make you go take an AIDS test. Now, you got to understand what's going on. This is real crucial. They can't legally have you to go take an AIDS test. What they want to do is to scare you into having the AIDS test. Now, once they scare you into having it, then what's going to happen is you run down and you take the AIDS test. If you are conscious, you automatically are going to come down HIV positive, because there's no such thing as the AIDS. The AIDS that was in the 1980s, that was killing up homosexuals and killing up people and stuff like that, is no longer in America. They don't even use the biological warfare of AIDS that was invented. They don't even use that at all anymore. So when Valentine say the question that there is no AIDS, he is right in the particular aspect that they don't use that now to kill you in what they call AIDS. That's a biological warfare of the 1980s that they use in Africa and still use in Haiti. And even that cannot kill you. The only thing can kill you is the AIDS treatment. So now, if they would have kept that particular AIDS out, the physical AIDS of the one from the 1980s, they would have had, everybody would have been wiped out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know nobody who can fucking don't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if you ain't got no choice. You know what I'm saying and all. But if I don't know nobody who got opportunity and don't do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So back all like that would have wiped everybody out. So what they did was basically they stopped that particular biological warfare. Because anybody, you should know by now that that was all invented. But the last 10 years, at least from 1991 on in, the AIDS that people have had was being induced based on the cure. So, the key here is to make sure that you get the AIDS. They will call you up and try to get you or scare you into getting an AIDS test. Having an AIDS test is the most dangerous shit you can have in America at this particular time. If you are conscious, you automatically come down with AIDS, because it is not the AIDS that you're coming down with. It is a lottery. It is the people deciding that you are going to die. Now, take for instance, I got a friend far back as 91. This cat was diagnosed HIV positive, but he used to hang out. He was right-hand man to Jesse Jackson and a government agent. Been in college since 1972. Ain't that a pitch? Been in college for 32 years. And he came down with AIDS in 1991. And he said, wait a minute, this is a mistake. He went down to the damn office, told them who he was, and they said, I'm sorry, Mr. So-and-so, you don't have AIDS. It was as simple as that. They had a lottery on who they were killing, as well as, I don't even want to say a lottery, because that's you know, we talking about something more than random. We talking about a direct order to kill conscious people. And so he got caught up in that, because he was useful to the government. They told him he didn't have, you know, he didn't have AIDS. So the key here is this. The key is to get a superstar at a particular time like Magic Johnson, who all of a sudden appears on billboards all of 2003, starting in like December, or the end of last year. He starts appearing on damn billboards, not only telling people to get tested, but using some new money, some new shit for some pharmaceutical company. But this is the key. The pharmaceutical shit is for white folks so they can make money off of them. For you, it's straight up death, especially if you're conscious. Now try to understand this. This is the reason why they had all these churches, Jesse Jackson, Farrakhan, and everybody telling you to take the AIDS test. That is because this is how they can kill you off. Now, once you take the AIDS test, this is the mystery. That's why you can't take the test. Once you take that test, they legally, by the laws that they have passed, can quarantine you. So it's interesting, as long as you don't take the test, you are free from anything the government gonna do. You see what I'm saying? As well as giving you some shit to kill you and call it AIDS. But when you take that test, you automatically have signed on to be quarantined for the rest of your life, and they can demand you take the medicine to die. You see, it's a beautiful way to kill you off and do it legally. You sign up for biological warfare. So you cannot take the test. That's why they're going around now telling that the number one person that has AIDS is the black man. I thought the black man was all locked up, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? It's the black man. And before that it was the black woman. The mystery here is you are conscious. They know you're conscious. You see what I'm saying? They know all about you. And whenever you take that test, you automatically gonna come down HIV positive, because it is not AIDS, it's the AIDS test. And you summoning the government to kill your black ass. This is the mystery. They cannot give you the test if you don't want the test at all. But when you take that test, it's all over. That means that they, by law, the laws that they have passed, legally they can quarantine you, and legally they can make you take the medicine. And whenever you take that test, and they put you on the list as having AIDS, you are automatically are looked on as, or you automatically go down as a terrorist if you have sex with somebody. Even if you don't have it, you are now, it's an act of terrorism if you have sex with somebody. The person that they call the fool to do that bullshit, they're trying to get her to go take the test, when they was reading all the laws, half the laws was up under the terrorist laws based on the terrorist bill. So you got to understand what the hell is going on at this particular time. This is the new thing that's going on. Just give me some more hard copy to look out for before we go into this esoteric thing. This is the new thing. They did it in 1998 in Atlanta. From 1998 to 1995, they did it in Atlanta, and they're getting ready to do it again. And that is, they will go into the prisons. You will find out that if you have a history record of killing black folks, they let you out, they will parole you, and you don't have to have no probation whatsoever. Now, if you are a person that don't have a violent record of killing people, when you get paroled, you got to go into probation. You go on probation. But if you have killed X amount of people, they will let you out of jail with no probation whatsoever. They did it in 1998. They announced last week that they're getting ready to let thousands of people out, violent offenders. Now, all these violent offenders, when they talk to the people who they had did their particular deeds on, they were all black women. And murdering children and murdering whatever it is, they had track records. Let me give you an example. They're doing it around the country, so watch out for it. Yeah, so if you got a fucking family member that's a killer, fuck him. See that they keep this black bastard in jail. Because I'm going to tell you what's going on with this shit. This is what's going down. They let a brother out last spring in Kansas. This brother had killed 7 black people. They let him out of jail, and he didn't have to report to no probation. This makes him the government's quintessential hitman for the black community. Meanwhile, he's walking around town. The first thing he does, he hangs out with his family from May to August. And in August, this black family, they go in their home, and the entire house is dead. About 7 or 8 people in the house, all dead, shot through the head. But the only person they could see that was hanging around and who had been there last was this black guy that they let out of prison. Then, after they kill up all those particular people, then they go and lock the black guy back up. See, this you can get so many birds with one stone. You see, so this is one of the mysteries. These are going to be people that, in order for them to do this terrorist thing, because remember now, they already had the gang members and the people that prey on the community, they're now putting that under the Terrorist Act. So in order for them to make this terrorism out of you, because that's what this shit is all about, they got to release a certain amount of criminals, you see what I'm saying, to terrorize the black community. So they got your preachers and your politicians in. They have already started telling the preachers and the politicians to start calling black people who terrorize the community terrorists. This is a political thing. Now, it's a bigger picture, but what they're going to do is they're going to bring out these particular violent motherfuckers with MK Ultra, that is the mind control to kill black people, because if they didn't have the motherfucker when they went in, they damn sure got it when they go out, come out. They're going to let these people out of the community. Because they don't have any probation, that's an incentive for them to go and shoot up and kill up the motherfuckers they want. Because every motherfucker that create a crime think they're going to get away with it. You see what I'm saying? And this acts as the government's own hitman. You get how this goes? This acts as his own hitman to come in. What's that? What? You got another hour? You got to change now? Own hitman. So this is what's getting ready to go down. Meanwhile, the terrorists that they're trying to play with these particular people, that they're going to call them terrorists, it's for the rest of you innocent people walking around here. You are a terrorist because remember, blackface means criminal. So they're trying to make blackface out of criminal now into terrorists. All right. Y'all all right? Okay, that's right. Y'all can see me now, so shit, I can sit down a little bit. Technology, motherfucker. Okay. All right. We on?
Yeah, we on.
Oh shit. Damn it. Okay. Shoot. Anyway, I did a book called Melanin, How to Eat Melanin People. A couple of years ago. Some white boys had said, it's called How to Eat Melanin People. Anyway, some white boys had sent me some documents from upstate New York back in I think it was 99 or 2000. And so anyway, I later on found out that these documents was printed in a book, but it was on, but the way they put the documents was How to Eat Black People or whatever. So I put the book out, How to Eat Melanin People, based on those particular documents that came out in, I think 2000, I think it was either 1999 or 2000, these particular documents. So anyway, I later on found the book that those particular things came out of, which is very key. In this state of mind control, this has a lot to do with the esoteric sciences. This is a book called An Age for Lucifer, Predatory Spirituality and the Quest for Godhood by Robert C. Tucker. An Age for Lucifer, still in print. Predatory Spirituality and the Quest for Godhood by Robert C. Tucker. Now, they're talking about turning against God and all this type of stuff, but they're not, they say that they're not talking about cosmic evil, they're talking about physical evil. So they documented there's two kinds of evils. There's cosmic evil and physical evil. Cosmic evil has nothing to do with moralism. Although they don't go into it, they were letting it be known that they were not into cosmic evil, they were into physical evil, which means they want to rule the planet by a predatory nature. Understand the difference. What I am going to introduce to you tonight is cosmic evil. Cosmic evil has nothing to do with moralism whatsoever. It should be called cosmic primal or chaos, magic, chaos theory, or chaos theology. Now understand the difference. Robert C. Tucker's book, An Age for Lucifer. So one of the chapter that the white boys had sent me, I later on, when I got this book, I understood that the white boys had copied it out of this book. See what it is, I'm always undercover. See, I never wrote my fucking cover. So you're the one that, you learn a little bit of knowledge. First thing you want to do is go around some white people talking shit. I don't never go around white people talking shit. Because the white people don't come around you talking shit. Remember I told you the story, I went out to a UFO conference, and they was talking about the Illuminati and all this kind of stuff, and the white boy stepped up to me, and he said, hey, how you doing? I'm like, God damn, you the Pepsi-Cola man. They used to hang out in the black, where all the black 5 colleges was. He used to put the soda machines in the goddamn black college. He used to put sodas in the machines at the black colleges, and at the store I used to work at, he was a Pepsi-Cola man, and he looked at me and said, you never know who you're talking to. And this cat was one of the heads of the societies that was dealing with the Illuminati and the UFO shit. So they don't never blow their cover. We're the motherfucking stupid niggas that will blow our cover. So when I go around white motherfuckers, I'm undercover. Deep undercover. Undercover, brother. So white motherfuckers love me. I go around them and all, I took some niggas with me talking some shit one day. I'm like, motherfucker, don't blow the fucking cover. So these white people give me shit. White boys used to give me all kind of documents and stuff like that now because I was undercover. That's the problem is you wear your mind on your fucking shoulder. And these motherfucking crackers, you never know who they are. These motherfuckers be plotting secrets against you every damn day. And you never know who they are. Show you what I'm talking about. Look at here. Now, you don't have to tell me your own ancient people. Here's a book called the Rita Veder. Now, when I was here the last time, I bought this at East West Books. They get these shits from India, so they might get them in once every 2-3 months. So you best order it. The Rita Veder is one of the Sanskrit texts that comes out of India. The Rita Veder, Atharvaveda, Atharvaveda. Rita Veder. Now, this book cost me damn near $42. When they put the taxes on, you best believe that damn near was damn near 50. I don't know how that bitch go, you know, $42 mean 47. You know, but anyway, that's, you know how that shit go. I've been looking for this book for years, and I'm on my way, ready to fly out of New York, and I grabbed the book, bought the book, got on the plane, show you how the spirit works. Got on the plane, I said, I know this the shit. Got on the plane, the book opened to this page, and my eyes, because that's how the spirit always does. People say, man, you read all them books? I said, hell no, man. The damn page opened, and the spirit give me the shit. The book opened up on the fucking plane, and right to this passage, and this is what this shit says. Rita Veder, page 355. Y'all all right?
Yeah, yeah.
Check this out. Those who cannot bear the sun, who warms us yonder from the sky. Let's break that down. Those who cannot bear the sun, who warms us, black folks, yonder from the sky, and hides themselves at night, penniless, wretched people who dress in goat skin, malodorous, with bloody mouths. Such characterless persons we drive away. Well, goddamn, there you got it in black and white. You don't need to be fucking around that damn white man. And this was before they even had crackers praying on them. What's your excuse? Want to read that again now? Those who cannot bear the sun, who warms us yonder from the sky, hide themselves at night, penniless, wretched people who dress themselves in goat skin. They're talking about the caveman. Malodorous, with bloody mouths, such characterless people, we persons, we drive away. You see what I'm saying? Just to show you, to add into the evidence on what type of science is out here dealing with this type of white folks. Because that's what it is. It's Rita Veder. I just wanted to put that down. I mean, I paid $45 to bring you that, so shit, y'all need to get that. Anyway, this book, and A's for Lucifer, there is a chapter called Devouring, chapter 3. How you devour somebody, and they got the word up in here. If you get the book, if you get the movie, Ravenous, and how they used to eat, when you eat a person, you take on their spirit. The book Ravenous. So when you eat a person, you take on that person's spirit. You get that movie, Ravenous, and they show it's a real grotesque movie, produced by a woman. Ain't that a bitch? It's a good-ass movie, but the stuff that's going on in there is real. But the Native Americans talked about if you eat a person, you can take on their energy. And they got it in the actual movie. We also got it in the Ethiopian Book of Enoch. They talk about how we will become food for them. Y'all all right? Is this interesting? Let me know now. We go on up. Well, come to find out, in this book, now hold on 1 minute. In this book, they got something. The word is called P-O-W-A-Q-Q-A-T-S-I. P-O-W-A-Q-Q-A-T-S-I, which means Pasquati, or Pawakwi, or Pawakwasi is what it means. It's some motherfucking word. Somebody spell this shit. Look, let's do this again, goddammit. I'm gonna spell it out for you, because you know. I'm a motherfucker from Mullins. This shit is too complicated. P-O-W-A-Q-Q-A-T-S-I. Y'all write that down. Somebody pronounce that shit. What's that? Pawakasi? Pawakasi. That's good enough. Pawakasi. And that means eating someone and taking on their spirit. This is a legitimate term, and you best believe these damn white boys here is doing this shit here as a part of the people who eat you. The secret societies. Now, I'm trying to tell you this because I'm trying to give you a crash course, because in here, now try to understand this particular information. They go into how do you devour a person or eat a person. They also go into how you possess a person in organizations and take over their mind control. Now try to understand mind control. Mind control means your mind, and this is interesting because we was talking today, and it was mentioned to me about how a child, when they're trying to learn languages, damn, I'm getting ready to drink that shit. Put this up here. Read a nigga like me. Anyway, they was talking about how a child, when a child is trying to learn languages, that the child brain is wired to the first languages that they first start to learn. So it will wire itself, or it will latch on to and correspond with the first languages it's trying to learn. And any other language, it becomes alien to it. Although children can learn over so many languages before the age of 5, the primary language at first is the one that it will wire itself to. You get it? Well, in mind control, there's a book called Mind Control in America. I can't think of the guy's name. Anybody remember this book? Mind Control in America. What's his name? Alex Constantine. Yeah. This is the one that talk about doing and marijuana in there? Marijuana? Yeah, that's the one. Alex Constantine. Mind Control in America. Jim Keith. Yeah, I knew it was something smaller. Jim Keith. He got The Exorcist, and he got Dune, and he got marijuana and all that. Now check this out. This is talking about mind control. This is a crash course in mind control. You got it? Oh, and that's a mind control book? Okay. Mind control is if you feed the mind information, the subconscious mind takes the information and acts upon the information that you give it. So it's nothing but a computer. It acts upon the information that you give it. If you give it wrong information, it will act upon that information. And it will produce based on the wrong information. Your whole world comes centered around the information you give it. And it becomes wired, just like the child mind becomes wired to the thing. That's why they tell you never speak to your child with baby language. Right. All that old shit here. You know, they say that confuses the child. What the fuck? If you're speaking English and you speaking some goobity gosh. And they say that's how you want to trick them. You know, they got courses on this shit now. To make a smart child, don't speak to it in baby language because it confuses the damn child. You know what I'm saying? So, in this particular mind control, just like the baby mind gets wired to the language right offhand, the first language is his, your mind can get wired to information that is given to you, although the information is wrong. If they gave you that first, that's why people go, I can't get into that now. I've been knowing this since I was a child. Like, that's valid. You know what I'm saying? So, it becomes wired to it. It takes that as truth. When right information comes, and the wrong information got there first, it automatically blocks out the right information and rejects the right information. So right now I can say, I believe in Satan as my Lord and Savior. Right now y'all got problems with that. Because you've been told all your life that Satan is evil. You know what I'm saying? Now one woman did do the tax thing. She got out of them fucking with her. When she told them, she wrote back and said, I cannot pay these taxes because Satan is my Lord and Savior. Them crackers left her alone. They said, if it's a black woman saying this shit, let her go. Now, we'll get into that. But right there, it's already produced a response. I call Satan my Lord and Savior, and all about it because you've been hearing this from a child. You're scared to even be up in this motherfucker because you're going to hell. Hell's gonna be your home. And he ain't smiling. He be like, oh shit. God damn it, I ain't taking it. But you have been trained this as a child, so therefore now you motherfucking goddamn 50 years old and still believing in fairy tales. You know what I'm saying? Cracker just breaking all the fucking laws. This cracker done outdone any mythology that was with Satan. We got to invent a new fucking devil for this cracker. He done broke all the damn laws. And his children live good, and nothing ever happened to him. Good things happen to bad people all the time, and bad things happen to good people every goddamn time. You be talking about you blessed because you've been lowered on such a low level until you think that anything is being blessed. Even if you can walk up a flight of stairs, I'm blessed. Ain't shit. That's because he has lowered everybody to a certain level on this planet. And if for you to just to look up and get an eye wink, you go, I'm blessed. Your bar and your expectations is low. So it don't mean nothing for you to goddamn sit up here and be happy about some shit. You know what I'm saying? You be happy because Cuba Gooding Jr. is on damn TV. That's another damn thing. Niggas need to get out of just being happy because a nigga is on a TV set. I know some black people only watch black movies. You know what I'm saying? They got the most derogatory movie ever came out with this no good goddamn hoe right here. This hoe right here put out the worst movie with every stereotype in the world with black folks in that shit bringing down the house. The black feminist Bell Hooks said, I cried when I saw this shit. You know? And guess what? Black people love it. I've been hearing so many rave reviews from black people about this movie. They love it. That fucking Hollywood video they put out 15, I was up in the store and they put out 15 previously viewed tapes and I was in the store for 10 minutes and when I looked up, every last one of them was gone. They love it. Because you've been reduced down to a low, savage piece till you think this shit is entertainment. They had her going with the white man. They had her black man going to jail. She going with a white man with his eyelashes grow together, his eyebrows grow together. She put on the maid's outfit. She's doing the jailhouse shit, and yet they ain't had a motherfucking derogatory white person in there. All the white people was good, decent, law-abiding citizen. And this fucking hoe here did this. You see what I'm saying? And she been paid in Hollywood, so ain't no excuse. You see what I'm saying? But your damn expectation has been low. You know what I'm saying? Just like the concept. I was telling them in what's called it last week in Connecticut. They was talking to Rosie O'Donnell. They It's a damn, you had one of the popular television shows on daytime, second to Oprah Winfrey. Why did you leave? This is the difference between us and white folks. She said, you want to know why I left? I'll tell you why I left. She said, one day I was watching Oprah Winfrey, and I said, here's a damn woman with $1 zillion, and she's still working. So I quit my job, locked myself in the house for a damn year, cut off my phones, but one phone into my house for personal people, and for 1 year all I did was paint it. Just paint. All she did was paint pictures. Because she understands what we don't understand. The motherfuckers who run the world, they don't work. They give themselves time to think. Here's Oprah, this motherfucker 50, 51, and then added another job. Oprah at night on the Oxygen Channel. Because that's a part of her fucking MO. She got to keep working. So Rosie O'Donnell said, I saw her, she got $1 zillion and she's still working. You see what I'm saying? Mind control. Give me some, let me show you. Now, if the mind receives right information, but it received the wrong information first, then the mind rejects the right information. So therefore, you people that woke up in the 90s and the late 80s and stuff like that, you've been amazed why your people can't get shit. That's because they have gotten wrong information, and it's a part of the mind control. I say that to say, in this particular chapter, they got a chapter also called Possession. Chapter 4 is called Possession. And in there they talk about this. They talk about how an organization can get your core center, which means you go in these organizations and you believe so much into the particular person until you surrender your core center. That is a part in you that's your most vulnerable state. Once you surrender your core center, it's very unlikely that you will get it back. You will become possessed by that organization or those people forever. And very few people are able to regroup from the core center. Most people, when the organization is toppled, they go into despair and they just give up altogether. Some of them become drunks. Some of them even kill themselves. And some of them go into denial and think that it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. This person is still going to deliver me to the promised land, although the motherfuckers be locked up. We done had two of that shit happen to me. Yahweh been Yahweh, and this nigga, he can't even say Yahweh. If he say Yahweh, he goes back to jail. Now, I'm telling you this from the Ansar community. The gig is up. Don't wait on my man to get out of jail. Since when did you let know any white man that can get you out of jail? And my point here, don't think it's the spirit, because you got it backwards. If you spiritual, you don't go to jail in the first place. So don't waste your fucking energy. But the point here is the mind control is once you give up your core center. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to fool this thing here. Because see, this is another thing too. Because some of the people thinking that, he knew Egypt. He the only one that started. You know, you got people in the Ansar community that think that Dr. York was the first person to start speaking about Hemmitt, and he didn't even start on the Hemmitt shit until 1995. When the other motherfuckers, Dr. Ben, John, and all us, our illustrious scholars, had been in the bitch for damn 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And now some of you are now coming out of the mind control and realizing there was other people out here speaking information too. You see what I'm saying? He hated Egypt in 1990. Couldn't stand it. Got books. His Leviathan books from 1990, he hated Hemmitt. And people don't know that this is the same man that had an argument and a battle with Dr. Ben in 1990. All of 1990, Dr. York had a battle with Dr. Ben saying Egypt wasn't shit. You see? You see what I'm saying? So the point I'm trying to make here is, now all of a sudden now, he in the Hemmitt, and he's the damn definitive of this thing. You see what I'm saying? But the point is this here. What entity is locked the fuck up? You know what I'm saying? My point here is, he ain't brought nobody new that nobody else ain't been saying. Because if you check my record, I've been on this shit for 12 fucking years. And this is not a, what you call it, I'm just trying to tell you, there's a core center. You got to understand mind control, not necessarily knocking some shit. What I'm trying to tell you is the mind control here is, once you give up your core center, it's hard to bounce back, and that's what's happening with America. White folks have believed that America is beautiful, America is just, America is this. For so many years, they have given up their core center. So they get a man in the fucking damn chair and he send their children to war and don't bring back a damn bullet. And they're still making excuses. You know what I'm saying? Because they cannot regroup from it because of the mind control. You see? That America is just. So we're talking about this particular mind control thing that's going down. Try to understand what's going on here and all. But they talk about that particular point in the mind center. Once they get your core center, you finished. You see that you finished. And the key here is, I don't know no esoteric system. When you talk about esoteric system, you talk about kundalini, chakras, pineal gland, pituitary gland, root chakra, auras, different concepts. It's always personal. That means the only way you're going to raise yourself up, it ain't going to be no fucking leader raising you up. Now, goddamn it, I'm trying to tell you, you can challenge me on this shit right now. Any motherfucker want to stand up and challenge me on this shit right now. You can't get through the gateways with another human being that's running around this motherfucker asking you for goddamn money. The only way you can get through these gateways, you gotta do it yourself. This is one-on-one. We getting ready to start into this shit in a few damn minutes. You can't get through here with another fucking human being leading you. You see what I'm saying like that? The only way you're gonna get through this, because I'm gonna tell you something. The first thing is you got to jump all kind of fucking issues and pathologies. You got to give up. You see what I'm saying? And too often when you putting all your troubles and all your fucking idiosyncrasies on other people, you see what I'm saying? You can be shielded from dealing with your own damn self. Only thing you got to do is go worship this other motherfucker, which is a pathology in the first place. Cutting yourself short. So you can't get to the higher levels with these damn leaders and these cult leaders. So for the mere fact that a motherfucker, you are not being able to deal with yourself on the highest level because you worshiping another goddamn nigga means the motherfucker was fucked up from the get-go. Understand the science on it. Anybody want to challenge me on this shit here? Because goddamn it, I'm the metaphysical master. So you want to come with some goddamn bullshit? Come on with this motherfucker right now. We go to war on this shit. See what I'm saying? But you can't quote no shit coming from some bullshit punctified other nigga. You better come with what you know. And not some nigga locked up in jail and shit. You see what I'm saying? You better come with what you know. That's what time it is. You see what I'm saying? That's what time it is. I don't want to hear this shit, but we need to support our black kids. These motherfuckers are so goddamn arrogant. Julie, you ain't down with their program, they don't give a shit about you. And then when a motherfucker get locked, all of a sudden we need to come together. Because we all in this boat. Where the fuck was you before then? See what I'm saying? You know, when you was talking shit about all the other people, he talked shit about everybody out here. Now all of a sudden we need to come together. You see, so this is just the same old con game that's going on with all these fucking people you are giving your lives over to. And the key here is you are going into damn 2004 and you still following people. Why the hell you think the government gives you black leaders? That's to cut yourself short because they understand the only way you're going to get up to the Kundalini realm is you're going to have to go through there yourself. I know for a goddamn fact, I'm going to go into some shit that's been happening to me, and I know the only way you can do this shit, you got to free your damn self. All right, let's go on. Y'all all right? Yeah. Okay, the first thing I need to start with is this. To go into this esoteric thing. The first thing I need to deal with is, what time is it? So, okay, we got good time. We're going to be here for a minute. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I think if the different entities, tell the entity to come and that motherfucker walk through the fucking damn wall. See, the gig is up when you tell me a motherfucker's supposed to be the most advanced nigga from Ritz. See, this is where the shit gets fucked up. You from a goddamn planet Ritz. You from another planet. This is some shit, mind control 101. You from another planet, I'll say the shit. Niggas don't want to say shit. I'll say it. Let me explain something to you. We put it to rest right now. You can say Bobby Hemmitt told. Because I don't have no fear of nobody. Because if you fuck with me, your ass is in a hotbed indeed. I'll tell you about the shit that I know is true. Because I'm down in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm meeting girls in their early 20s that's telling me that the motherfucker molested them. That's how the fuck I know. And they ain't no courtroom setting on the West Side. I met a motherfucker on Monaco. They down in West Side, they all around Eaton. They was in Eatonton, they all around Atlanta now, and the girl said, yes, that motherfucker molested me. Let's in on one a little better. I met the mother to one of his children that's 8 years old. I met her this summer. And she said it. He molested my little boy. Now you got it in black and white. You believe what the hell you want to believe. I'm telling you, fuck all that damn shit on the tape. I done met him. I met one a month ago. You see? Now, no way in hell you gonna tell me that there's an entity that come from the planet Ritz. We can't find this shit on no star map. Nowhere. I got Barnett's star constellation. I got Allen's star names there, Lewin there, meaning I ain't seen Ritz nothing. Ritz cracker nothing. But yet you can't get out of a fucking jailhouse. The crackers rolled on me 2 or 3 days after 9/11, about 3 or 4 days after 9/11, and they couldn't even find my fucking house. And me and the Sister Kennedy was on the front porch, and they had 25 to 30 police cars, helicopters, and fucking vans. They couldn't find my damn house. They rolled on my ass on December the 19th, 2001, and got the wrong damn street. They rolled on me on my birthday. November 28th is my birthday. They rolled on me November 28th, 2000. They had 3 helicopters in the fucking graveyard. We was doing a damn ritual, and them motherfuckers couldn't do shit. Because when you hooked up, you hooked up. That's how this thing go. So if a nigga from the planet Rich, tell that motherfucker to unlock them bars. Shit, I think that David Blaine can do some shit like that. I got a motherfucker named Jesse Reeves down in Mullen, South Carolina, an escape artist. They can't build no jail to hold that nigga. Well, we got your boy down here in Florida. They go on the road and shit to get him. You better turn back around, he done gone. You see. So, the planet Ritz, this nigga talking about the planet Ritz, we need to get off of the mind control. We need to get off the damn mind control. Because what's happening here is it's spiritual. All these self-proclaimed messiahs is biting the damn dust. You want to know why? Because it cannot stand in the way of the people and your own personal salvation, which you're going to have to save yourself. So what's happening here, the spirit realm is taking these motherfuckers out. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have to save your damn self. You see, so this is what's going down here. You see, you can't be, so yes, those particular people were good and they were powerful in a particular aspect to get certain things started, get you to a certain level just to open you up so you can be introduced to alternative stuff other than Christianity. But now, this is the fucking millennium, this is the day of reckoning, and you have to go to another level, at least the elite. They talk about the elite in the book of Enoch. They're talking about the elect. That's the ones who have gone through a certain amount of alternative stuff other than all the dead people out here. So they can't, so if they got people that's up in these cults that's still waiting on this motherfucker, they got to take him off the scene to open some of the people's eyes up, because some of the people that's in these cults are crucial to this stuff. So they got to take them people out. Farrakhan is retired now. You see what I'm saying? All these damn leaders and cult leaders is gone. You see, that is for a reason, because you got to rise up. No way in the hell a motherfucker gonna call and tell you he the Messiah, and he going to, the cracker killing you every day, and money, and he's supposed to be the Messiah, and ain't nobody liberating nobody, but just getting rich. Know what I'm saying? Now, going right along, we must understand this thing, because we got to go through 3 forms of the fall before we go into the esoteric thing. This is key and crucial that you understand this, because I think there's a misunderstanding. And if you're going to line up so this stuff works, I'm telling you, if you get into the right camp, you get into the right camp. Now, I must preface myself, because I am not in competition, or I am not even in any type of anything as far as, I don't want it to go down as, I'm a black leader and I'm putting other motherfuckers down. I don't want to see you motherfuckers after the day. Leave me any damn well, although you can give to the Hemmitt fund. I got me a little candy jar. You can give to the Hemmitt fund and shit, so a nigga can at least get some pork and beans or whatever. Now, but the point I'm trying to make here is this. You must line up behind the energies that is going to raise you to another level, so you must understand these falls. So we'll give you the particular information, the particular information and all. My point here is, if a person don't document what they say, how the hell you know they telling the truth or not? Everything is based on what another person say. Now, I know a brother used to come here. He came here all the damn 90s. He right there from the Bronx, and he used to write the books for Dr. York. He used to write the damn books. One of the brothers, because Dr. York didn't write all those books. Let me get you the other game, so to get you out of the fucking mind control. What them motherfuckers used to do is they used to go get shit. They used to see what was popular. What they used to do is go get some stuff, and they'd have a writing team, and those teams would write down all that particular information from these books, and they would attribute it to him. And then he would come in and study stuff and then come out there and give it to shit to the particular people. But the key here is, he didn't write all those books. Now there's a brother right here from the Bronx used to write the books, and he said when we wanted to go to another level, when we were first getting out of the Islam thing, he was talking shit about Dr. Ben and the Egypt thing. So therefore, in order to do this and stuff, we had to go and we had to take an alternative thing. So we went to the Sumerian thing, and we took the works of Zechariah Sitchin, the Earth Chronicles, and he said, I used to go in and change the words on this shit and plagiarize this shit. Now, goddamn, you can see the same damn pictures in the holy tablets if you look in the Serious Mystery. He got the same damn pictures and all this kind of thing here. They even got some of the same articles verbatim that they plagiarized out of other people's books and attributed to him. Try to understand the difference and stuff. But you would never know and stuff like that, because the key here is they don't never give you no bibliography. All this stuff is supposed to be his teachings. You see what I'm saying? Supposed to be his teaching. You got to understand some con game of the flim-flam. That's the straight old flim-flam shit they call it down south. Understand the damn flim-flam. You see what I'm saying? So the point here is they used to do that type of information. Now, I'm not saying that what he was doing, because C. Freeman L. used to say, those people are in there because they need to be in there. Certain people come by certain information, and they have to have these particular groups to come by to certain information. We are a mass people. But when it is time for the particular person to go to another level, if that person is retarding their process, that motherfucker got to go in the spirit world. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's going down. So now, dealing with these particular phones, now try to understand the difference between me. I am a scholar that do research, and I always give you bibliography. Now, any motherfucker in here ever heard me speak, raise your hand if I didn't give you more fucking books than you can throw a stick at. And I got 200 damn tapes for 12 years, and I got over 200 tapes, and I have given bibliography to the T. All right? So understand the difference. I am a researcher and a scholar, not no fucking black damn leader, because if I was a black leader, goddamn it, I'd be paid. You know what I'm saying? I would be paid. So try to understand the difference on this type thing here. You see, I am not trying to give you no propaganda so you can follow me. There are no ulterior motives or anything that I'm dealing with. We're dealing with the hard-nosed scholarship. This is an intelligentsia. You're supposed to be students. You're supposed to be giving me shit. You understand what I'm saying? You underestimate yourself with these bullshit leaders. You can go on that goddamn white man job, and right now he tell you he wants you to build 5 fucking modulators for the fucking space shuttle. Your black ass build them. You do everything that cracker tell you is required to do. All right? So why the hell you shouldn't expect the same thing when it comes to your goddamn learning? Access the information. You see what I'm saying? And expect that. And stuff like this. And get out of this damn messianic bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Waiting on a motherfucking nigga to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't it or something? All right. First fall we're going to deal with, you got to deal with certain falls. Understand that the falls. We'll deal with the Typhonian Egyptian fall. Because you have your pre-dynastic Egyptians and your Typhonian Egyptians, or Camites. You see what I'm saying? The pre-dynastic Egyptians is your Typhonian Egyptians. Most of this particular work has been on lockdown in the various museums around the world, especially the British Museum and stuff, since 1907, when the last person who had access to a lot of your Typhonian information was Gerald Massey. Was Gerald Massey. The Typhonian information, as far as the Typhonian science on these particular falls, is this. On the Typhonian information, we have the coffin text that mentions certain things, but those particular things in the coffin text are fragmented. So the pre-dynastic information comes out like this. The fall of Ra, the rising of Ra, or the creation of Ra, comes into being by the overthrowing of Apep, Apophis, or Apep, the great dragon. So you get the dynastic period, which is the later version of the Camite story. He's overthrowing Apep, the great mother, or the great dragon. Anytime you see the word dragon, it's symbolic of the great mother. This is crucial that you understand at this particular time. So we got to carefully deal with this. So the Typhonian version of that does not survive in Kemet, but goes up and ends up in Babylonia, Persia, and that is the story of the Babylonian apocalypse of the overthrowing of Tiamat. And the overthrowing of Tiamat is which you can get in the book, Stephanie Dalley's book, Daily, D-A-L-L-Y, Myths of Mesopotamia. Myths from Mesopotamia by Stephanie Daly, which is the Tiamat, which would be the oldest creation story left on the planet, which would be the Typhonian creation story, pre-dynastic Egyptians or Camite. So if you want to get the oldest, you get the Enuma Elish, is the name of it, the creation epic called the Enuma Elish, coming from the oldest pre-dynastic Camite story. Because the pre-dynastic Egyptians were your Cushites that ruled from Mount Kilimanjaro on up into fucking India. Your Cushites. So we need to break this down. And the story is that, that Tiamat is overthrown by her son, or one of the younger children, Tiamat, and a whole nother crew replaced a whole nother crew. The mystery is when she is overthrown, her body is used to make the earth. Now it's interesting here because the Greek mythology one, if you really want to study one of the oldest ones, you need to study the Tiamat one, but the Greek mythology one was inherited by the Greeks that, now understand now, the difference between Greek mythology and Greek philosophy. Greek philosophy is stolen from Kemet, and is separated from Greek mythology by 2,000 to 3,000 years. Greek mythology is black. Greek philosophy was plagiarized. So one of the oldest ones is called Hesiod's theogony, which is one of the oldest mythologies. Let's see, the Heseds.
H-E-S-I-O-D.
S-E-H-I-O-D.
H-E-S-I-O-D.
Yeah, H-E-S-I-O-D. Hesiod's theogony, which is one that comes from the Babylonian Sumerian aspect. Now, you get the word, the one in Egypt is Typhon, Typhon. She becomes Tiamat in Hemmitt, in Babylonia, and she becomes the Titans in Greece. Either way, Tiamat is overthrown. Her body is turned into the earth and the ethers in the atmosphere. She's overthrown. Her body is turned into the earth, the ethers, and the atmosphere. Her husband, Kingu, is overthrown, and his blood is turned into humans. Got to understand this, because you need to understand the direction and where you're going. The Titans one is the Titans were overthrown, and their blood and ashes was turned into humans. But, going back, they used to rule the universe prior to the new gods that used to rule the universe. Okay, going right along, the Hindu one. You had a group of people called the Asuras. The Asuras are pristine cosmic deities. They're called anti-gods. There's the difference. They're called anti-gods. So our world is built off of several of the primal worlds that preceded creation. So you hear the word the creator, that ain't shit. Fuck the goddamn creator. The creator is a subordinate deity. Now how do I know? Because every single creation story talks about this. Including the Hebrew, they talk about the same thing, but they talk about it in the Kabbalistic aspect. The creator is a subordinate entity. You see, now, in the Asuras was a pristine deity that used to rule the omniverse of the universe prior to the Devas. The Devas overtook the Asuras, and they got the dibs on the earth and everything down here, and the Asuras became demons. The Tiamat's realm became demons. The Titans became demons, which just means hidden forces. Hidden forces. So you got, okay, then you have the Gnostic fall, where you had a subordinate creator that took over the universe as an abortion from the Great Mother, came down and set up this particular universe, and then trapped our souls here. But our souls have these particles of light which represented the universe before the subordinate deity took over. So in so many words, we are higher than the gods that we worship. Now, understand what's going on here. You don't understand shit. You got to understand this. Try to understand. This is very important if you're going to try to raise the fuck up. Because you're going to find out the only way you're going to do this shit is by your damn self. Time out. The book of law say the gods of men are but fools. We will do this particular thing. We will have this and this. Both of these represent two principalities. Two principalities. This principality is the seraphonic realm that rules now. This principality is the cherubonic realm. The cherubs. They are the fallen entities. I done heard this before, because I heard somebody recently talk about Or I don't want to be one of them fallen spirits. Guess who the fallen spirits are? Your black ass. You are the Titans. You are the Asuras. You are the Titans, the Typhons. You are the Leviathans. So, to fall, understand, you must be encased in a physical body. You ever heard of Satan bound for 1,000 years? Metaphysically, the physical body is the only thing that entraps the soul. So, but the mere fact that we have physical bodies, but we used to be gods, means that was a fallen state. They tell you that in Manetho's history. They said it was 8,800, they said it was 8,000 years of rule in Kemet. They say, who used to rule before then? They said that's when a whole bunch of gods used to rule. But as a student in history, when I heard this thing years ago, I was thinking it was the actual gods that was ruling. The gods that was actually ruling was the same damn Egyptians that was there now worshiping fucking Osiris and them. They used to be gods, but they fell into a physical state. So, y'all getting this?
Yes. Yes.
Your seraphonic realm is the realm that rules the universe, or rule the universe during creation. Our universe is built up off of several primal worlds that preceded it. And the building blocks of the fabric of those primal worlds, the material of those particular primal worlds, was used to make Earth and universe and man. Basically, different forms of melanin. The triple blackness of the space dark matter, which alchemically made the stars, made the universe, made the earth, and made man. Anyway, the cherubonic universe, the seraphonic universe, are called the shining divas. They are the subordinate deities. They are inferior deities that need the fabric from the pristine original deities to survive. So, the group that are the seraphonic group never became humans. And as a result, we, by worshiping them, we give them sacrifice and we give them energies so that they can be. Well, you say, well, how do they be? If you break this down, the seraphonic universe is nothing but the human brain. And we give them our energy and we make them appear and we give them our light based on our thoughts. You hear the word angels and you get the word angles of light. Angels and angles of light. That is the human brain. That is the seraphonic system. Those are the angels in the universe. They survive off of the microscopic organisms of melanin and the worship of how you conjure them up in your mind. They exist. You ever hear that God can't exist without you? Well, I'll read it to you. You all right? Yeah. Break this shit down. We got to break it down so you know exactly what you need to be doing. I've been reading this for years. At opposite poles, both God and man encompasses within their entire being, the entire cosmos. So you have the entire cosmos in you. However, whereas God contains, by all virtue, being its creator and initiator, whom everything is rooted in all potentiality is hidden, the man's role is to complete the process by becoming an agent to whom all the powers of creation is fully achieved and made manifest. What exists seemingly and unfolds in the development of, what exists seemingly in God unfolds in the development of man. So without you, God can't be, because this is a subordinate creator who is this vampire-like person who shines based on getting the energy from you. Well, you say, well, how the hell can I make God exist? Because you used to be the God, which was the real gods that went to sleep, that made these motherfuckers appear. You see? Document, because I don't want you to come up and say, this is Gershom Schrollum's Kabbalah. Gershom Schrollum has several Kabbalahs. This is documentation, is Gershom Schrollum's Kabbalah. He's got one Kabbalah, page 152. There's your documentation, goddammit. There you have it. Once you document, you ain't got to sit up in bullshit with the rest of these old punk-ass cult leaders giving you some damn shit. You know what I'm saying? This is scholarship. Gershom Schrollum's Kabbalah, page 152. Enter in the goddamn evidence. All right, let's deal with this thing. Now, dealing with this, this is where we would be now, are higher than the subordinate deities, because we have the original fabric in us. The original fabric in us. You get it? Now, moving right along. In your Kabbalah, your Kabbalistic system, you have a tree. Now, you have the tree of life, which we found at the temple of Komombo in Egypt, and also at the temple of Dendera. And at the temple of Dendera, we found this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or something like that, whatever. You know the deal, the drill, the Kabbalah, the Kabbalistic system. We found it at the temple of Komombo in what's called, it was introduced into Europe by Moses de Leon in Spain. So it was introduced into Spain. It was introduced into Spain as one of those documents the Moors had. The key here is, these are the Sephiras, these called wheels of light, which represents the universe. It represents the universe that we live in now. In the middle, there's a gateway called Dhampir, D-A-A-T-H, Dhampir. You get the word Darth Vader. Some represented as the pineal gland, and some is represented as the star Sirius. But it's called Dhampir. Depends on your astronomical or astrological outlook. Which Dhampir leads to the backside of the tree. So so you got one tree. Let's do this. One tree is the one, when you get most Kabbalahs, they will deal with the front side of the tree, but Dhampir represents the back side of the tree. So these particular ones here that represent the back side of the tree are called the Kalipoth, or the shells or the husk. Now the legend goes, because the same guy Gershom Schrollum, when they asked Gershom Schrollum, we'll put these as the dark side. When they asked Gershom Schrollum, what will happen, which is one of the chief Kabbalistic scholars was Gershom Schrollum. In his book Kabbalah, they asked him, what will happen when all this stuff ends? He's been dead since 1982. He said, well, all this shit is going to come back to chaos. Now, as you know, chaos is nothing but melanin. There's several books on chaos magic. Get Condensed Chaos by Peter Carroll, by Phil Hines. condensed chaos. Chaos and melanin is the same. That's why it never stops moving. Chaos is a state of things where change is supreme. So therefore, if you're not changing, you are stagnant and you are shutting down the melanin. So if you're stuck in knowledge, there's regurgitation. Okay. How much time you got? Damn. Oh, hold on. We are. All right, okay. So, okay. So, smudged. Oh, that ain't smudging it in. That's getting worse. Now, chaos is a state of things in which change is supreme. And chaos, an unorganized state of primordial matter before creation. There you have it. An unorganized state of primordial matter before creation. So if you are black and you are rooted in something that does not change, you're shutting down the melanin. That's why you invent shit and the white people into it, and you go to something new. They love the damn blues. They love jazz. That's because you are called creative physics. The creation. You invent shit and go to the next thing and all. But obviously we've been in a standstill for a minute because we ain't created nothing new. You know what I'm saying? But then again, on the other hand, that means that we're trying to go to the next stage and we ain't trying to lend stuff to this particular realm. A confused state of mass, chaos, is the primal source for all. Is the primal source for all. It isn't anarchy, it's chaos. So in so many words, and it's interesting, all your leaders is talking about good behavior. Good this and good that. It isn't anarchy, it's chaos. In the beginning there was chaos. Agents of chaos cast a burning glances at everything that is and anyone capable of bearing witness to their condition. One must have chaos in one to give birth to a dancing star. That means melanin. Matter is an illusion, solidity is an illusion, we're an illusion, only chaos is real. Only chaos is real. In limitless heaven shines the continuance of chaos. This is Peter Carroll's book, Condensed Chaos, Introduction into Chaos Magic. A lot of these books, you know, the magic stuff, is you can get the concept of what they talk about chaos magic. Chaos magic is melanin magic. You can get Condensed Chaos book by Peter Carroll. You can also get, Condensed Chaos by Phil Hine. H-A-N-E, Phil Hine. Condensed Chaos, or you can get Prime Chaos by Phil Hine. Prime Chaos by Phil Hine. You can also get, Condensed Chaos by Phil Hine. Prime Chaos is another book by Phil Hine. Give you the documentation. You can also get Liber Chaos, L-I-B-E-R, Liber Chaos by Peter Carroll. Liber Chaos by Peter Carroll. And you can also get Liber Null and the Psychonaut. Liber Null and the Psychonaut by Peter Carroll. These are books that are introduction into chaos magic. Most of the stuff that these white boys put out, the magic part don't work, but you can get a great concept of what the whole concept of chaos is by getting these particular books, Peter Carroll's books and Phil Hine's book, and Phil Hine's book in the particular chaos magic. Now, this particular part, the dark side of the tree, is where the tree will be in the future. So if you got a light that is turned on, that light is about to burn out. It might take a couple of months, it might take a couple of weeks, it might take a couple of years, but that light is surely going to burn out. That means the only potential there is in the darkness. That's why they give you in Isaiah 45, I will give you the treasures of darkness. Why is it then when you get confused and to think, you have to shut your eyes like this and some people shut their eyes and go like this, they have gone into the blueprint of the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Why is it that most time when you have sex, which is a primal act either for procreation or a primal act for trying to get to know the primal inner self of you, why do most of the time when people have sex, they have it in the dark? These are leftover practices from the primal aspect. You see, from the primal aspect. And why is it that the woman being the most primal aspect, a lot of times a woman like the light off? You know, some women be like it pitch black, and the nigga be like, no man, I gotta see some titties or something, shit. He want the light on and all, you know what I'm saying? He want to experience the shit visual. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it's the primal act and stuff. So the light of creation is on its way to be extinguished. That means that the only source that is able to have potential is that particular part that is in darkness. So therefore the kalipos, which is the shells and the shades of the tree, the dark side of the tree, this is just one tree, but I'm showing you the back and the front. This particular part is the part that will be in the future. This will be the part that will be the part in the future. Now, which is the kalipos, the aspect of this, which is the dark side of the tree. The dark side of the tree of life. Now, this is going to flip over, and we're going to go back